Tony Mladenovski owes a lot of people a lot of money. When they couldn't track him down, they came to us.
You going somewhere, Tony? Of all the places to catch up with Tony Mladenovski, it just so happened to be as he was departing for Bangkok with his prickly dad Steve.
I'm telling you,
Steve Mladenovski is a builder, but his son prefers bringing down the house. Tony is a professional poker player whose sleight of hand has touched many in and outside the casino.
Tony is a narcissistic, calculated, vile, arrogant little man.
This tale stretches well beyond Australia's borders. From London to Vegas and now Bangkok have we busted Poker Face Tony playing his last hand. Emma's enjoying a London summer, but mention her ex-lover Tony Mladenovski and a bitter chill grips her.
I'd actually prefer it if he went to North Korea for hard labour.
Emma claims during their time together she loaned Tony all she had, more than $100,000 including interest, because Tony said he was good for it.
He was waiting for his trust fund to clear, and that was $855,000.
But Emma says Tony never repaid the money, leaving her high and dry.
I couldn't pay my electricity, my water. I couldn't pay my mortgage for 6 months, so therefore I'm blacklisted.
When Emma pressed Tony further for the money, she copped a tirade of ugly, vile text messages.
Although I lost everything, it was the pain, the emotional, the mental abuse.
Emma is one of several people who contacted a current affair claiming Tony has taken them for thousands of dollars, like fellow card player Matt, who says Tony owes him 28 grand.
So I had to fork out my own more money to get lawyers to help me in the situation, and it's just nightmare really.
Brock's beef with Tony is over $17,000 he paid him to sublet a cafe Tony held a lease on.
I paid him a security deposit and a few months' rent in advance to secure the deal. We signed a written agreement. He said he was going to talk to his real estate agent to get it all formalised. I paid the money after a bit of due diligence and basically I never saw him again.
This is where Brock bumped into Brendan, who was also chasing Tony for 10 grand he had loaned him.
I don't want to say what I'd like to do to him, but yeah.
Brendan won a judgment for Tony to attend court, but Tony didn't show up, so an arrest warrant was issued. Yet here Tony was at Perth's International Airport, exchanging money before boarding a flight to Bangkok. Tony Mladenovski, are you going somewhere? Are you going somewhere, Tony? Haven't you got people to answer to? Haven't you got people to answer to?
Can you please leave me alone?
Sorry, this is between me and your son.
Can you please leave me
Tony, what do you say to the people who claim that you owe them money? Mr. Mladenovski. Tony's dad, Steve, attempts to run interference. Please don't get involved.
We're going to
Tony, appropriate time to make your phone. Pardon me? Would you like to say that louder?
Yes, I can tell you.
Would you like to say that? What would you like to say that? Come on. Mr. Mladenovski, you're a poker player. How many tricks have you got up your sleeve? All this while Tony puts a call into his lawyer, the same legal team that ignored our request to interview their client before this chance encounter. This is your chance to give us your side of the story. Tony, why don't you turn up to court?
I've got my lawyer on the phone.
You've got your lawyer on the phone?
Yeah, right now.
Okay, well, that's great. It appears Tony's quick to make a call when he's in a pickle. 2 years ago, he phoned Emma to bail him out of a Las Vegas jail after their holiday to the bright lights of the gambling mecca turned very dark indeed.
And we were in the hotel room at the time, and he just lost another tournament, and he came in shouting and swearing at me. And I got up, and then Tony was like, "You're a slut, you're a whore, you're nothing, you only want my money." I said, and I tried to be kind to him, and then he got me up against the wall again, and then he got me up against started to spit in my face, and then he was smacking his head against the wall, and I pushed him towards the balcony, and then I ran for the door, and I remember opening up the door, and I've never seen so many people looking out every single door.
Police locked Tony up on domestic battery charges, but a tormented Emma felt she had no choice but to pay the $3,000 bail and withdraw her complaint.
The police just said to me, you have to leave him. And I said, all my stuff's in Australia. He has all my money. I can't go home broke. We're here to get the money. And that's where he had me. There was a trauma bond.
It's nothing to do with you.
Are you proud of your son?
It's got nothing to do with you.
Are you proud of your son?
I am proud with my son and my children. It's nothing to do with you. Why?
What about the people that are chasing him for money?
Nothing to do with me, nothing to do with you. Why don't you back off?
While Emma shudders at the very sight of Tony, Brock, Brendan, Matt and others have been chasing Mr Mladenovski for months, if not years.
You're catching a plane to avoid anyone at all? Sure, sorry about that.
The fact that we caught up with Tony Mladenovski leaving the country amazes legal observers like lawyer Richard Mitry.
It's astounding to think that there's a warrant that's been issued for his arrest from the very state which he's leaving the country, going onto an aeroplane and going to Bangkok and who knows where else, far away from the arms of justice and really from all the people that say that he owes them money.
Is your son following his father's example?
I'm telling you to back off.
I'd like to see him in court with my own eyes. And I look forward to that.
Since we became involved, Tony has paid Brendan his $10,000, but Brock, Matt and others are still waiting.